You can lose what holds you back when you know that you can follow me. When you know that you can follow me. Change the outcome in time, in time. All that you did done, outcome in time, losing me in time, outcome in time. All that you did done, outcome in time, losing me. You can change the outcome in time, in time.
I've been up, I've been down, I've been kicked down.
Chad, sorry man, there's a few new layouts here. Morning. Hey, when does this Vorsi stream? Because these people are back every single day.
Really? Are they back again?
Bro, they are back. Chad, quickly drop me something in the chat there. I just want to see the chat box here. Make sure that chat box is in the right spot here. Morning chat. Okay, there we go. And then I just want to get my camera up and going. Yeah, I don't think Vorsi streams any time after. What do we stream?
Yep.
Chat, sorry, I'm just doing a little in production edit here. Keegan is a little. Why is my chat? Give me 1 second. All right. Amina Samai. Let me just. Sorry, I moved my camera. Is that better? Ooh, the chat box is now. There we go. All right, chat. Sorry, man. We just had a quick office meeting, and we are gonna get started very shortly here. So see the full screen chat. Keeks, how are you? How's the weekend?
I'm doing great, brother. It was a solid weekend. But yeah, looking forward to this week. How's things your side?
Good, man. Obviously, heard about the Bundu bashing. Trust me, I had something similar. Only thing is, I drove a lot further than you. A mate of mine said his wedding was in Grahamstown, and I was on my way to Grahamstown. And then basically when we got into Grahamstown, and then only that I want to put in the location, was his wedding not in East London.
Oh my word.
And I had to phone him and say, bro, I'm missing your wedding. Like, I'm in Queenstown, in Grahamstown, I'm never going to make your wedding. But anyways, so wife got very pissed with me. Chat, how's everyone doing? Everyone doing well. New week. It is very cold here in Port Elizabeth. It seems it is cold all over the place. We're going to quickly pray here, and then we're going to start. I see that the fundamental gang is out and about. We're going to read those fundamentals as well. So, chat, before we start the week, as every day, every week, we just want to start with the prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. And everybody that believes that says amen, amen, amen. All right.
Amen.
Okay, traders have raised their bets on a Fed rate cut this year as the employment growth. Let's just go to the economic calendar quick here. On the economic calendar, I am on the side here. Beautiful little side view. Let's just bring me back in here. Okay, traders have raised their bets on a Fed rate cut this year as the employment growth in the United States slowed in June. We're going to look at Fed futures now shortly. Japanese yen improves as the US dollar faces challenges following slowing US employment data released on Friday. Chad, I don't know how it's slowing when they still added jobs, but anyway, it's not as a rapid pace as usual. Japan's current account surplus increased to 2,849 billion yuan. That is $17.78 billion, extending its growth streak to 15 months. Friday's employment data prompts speculation that the Fed could initiate rate cuts sooner, Chad. Okay. What else is there? Gold loses momentum as China keeps buying on hold. Aussie dollar gains as high inflation delays rate cuts. Nvidia status downgraded to neutral with a price target of 135. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's the fundamental gang. Thank you so much, guys, for giving us those insights. Really do appreciate it. And then we're going to go straight into the week. I know Keegan already prepped Project G members for the week. So let's just see what do we have here today. Eurogroup meeting still ongoing all day. Then we've got the Centix Investor Conference. Quite a big one as well, 10:30. We're going to watch out for that. Relatively light today, Chad. CFTC COT report coming out the end of today as well. They need to update that. Tuesday, big one. Fed Chair Powell testifies in Congress. The semi-annual monetary policy report to the U.S. Congress in Washington. This is where Congress gets the chance to chat to Powell, ask him what is the status of the U.S. economy, what is their status on what they want to do. But will they finish? Yeah. Get it. Wednesday, we've got CPI coming out of China. Also, interest rate decision for the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. And then on Thursday, we've got Euro CPI coming out of Germany. And then also Thursday, big one. This is the biggie. Hope the boys are ready. Don't ask Keegan today yet what he's doing for CPI. He said he's buying and selling depending on how cold it is. He gave me the temperature range, so I'll let you know for Thursday. But that's a biggie. Thursday, and then Friday PPI. So I'm going to say from Wednesday on, things are going to start heating up, chat. So get ready for that. I hope you guys are ready. So let's get straight into the charts. Let's get going here real quickly. We still have time, 7 minutes. We will just blitz through the analysis here. DXY last week, obviously having a shocker. I'm going to delete this. Really mixing it up last week. Weekly candle for me, very simply put, is bearish. You cannot deny the fact that we are bearish. The only question is how big of a top week are we going to create. But I am bearish on the week. And bearish engulfing candle taking out 2 previous weekly lows. So if this is bullish, I don't know. But yeah, for me, this is not yet anything's not bullish here at all. And we need to take out last week's high to really get bullish. And I'm thinking for the most part, the early part of the week, we will be trading within this range. I can, however, say that if we start trading above this 104.65 level, there is the chance that we actually go all the way back up here, 105.22. And that's when things really become interesting. How long can you stay with your bearish bias if we start trading all the way up there? So keep that in mind. Interesting levels. We've got technically 2 zones that we need to look out for, and it's this zone here and that zone up there. Daily time frame, let's quickly look at the daily. 4 consecutive bearish days. I'm expecting a pullback today. I'm actually expecting us today to go and retest Friday's high or open. That is my expectation, to go and create a top wick, at least create some type of pullback. So on the day, I'm going to be in neutral, purely due to the fact that 4 days, at some stage we're going to need to pull back. That negative sentiment can't hold out for that long. 4 hour time frame, let's just quickly look at where our weekly pivot is for the week. Weekly pivot down. Okay, why don't I change the monthly? Weekly pivot is all the way down here. And then also our weekly R1 is all the way up here. All right. So there's our weekly pivot. So currently trading below that 5-minute time frame. Let's just look here. Asia lows, Asia high, up there. Beautiful. All right, Chad. So what are we doing here? I want to see if we can hold above Asia highs, and I want to trade bullish today, believe it or not. I want to see us trade bullish, so I'm going to wait for the daily pivot to hold. I'm going to wait for price to get above the daily EQ, and if we can, I want to see some bullish momentum out of the dollar, at least to here, but ideally all the way up here. Friday's open, create that top wick, so I'm bullish technically on the day for the dollar. US 30 weekly is bullish. US 30 on the weekly is bullish for me. Quite clearly it is bullish. There's that break above, even though it's trading within last week's weekly range. I'm looking at the bodies. The body is a breakout continuation pattern for me, so I'm going to go bullish on the week. Bullish there, and then daily.
Daily bullish is bull in.
That is when you want to be bullish, but you give the door
a little bit of negativity.
Yo, Chad, I was bullish neutral on Friday, but now I'm just neutral because we chatted about it on Friday. This is just an ugly daily range for me, and I think things are going to get a lot better once we start breaking above here, or once we start breaking below here. Either way, I'm ready for whatever price is going to do. So let's see, 4 hour time frame. Let's just check here. Weekly pivot up here. What's up? Weekly R1 is up here, and then weekly S1 is down here. Okay. 5 minute time frame. What do we have? All right. It is still looking bullish. ADS bullish. It is just trading above the weekly pivot. I would have loved for it to just tap that, but that's also fine. What I will say is if we hold above the EQ, we hold above Asia lows, very likely we're going to Asia highs, chat. So just keep that in mind. So neutral to bullish. NASDAQ markets are opening up in 30 seconds. We'll open up the markets now. Weekly is bullish on NAS. We've broken out now. That is new highs. I am bullish on this. Okay. Daily time frame. Let's just check it. Daily as well. Bullish. Chad, markets are open and in motion. Ding, 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 ding. Round one. Fight. Alrighty. Chad, just be careful. I've got a weird suspicion. NASDAQ, they're going to come down, take out Friday's low, and then flip it bullish. So just be very careful. But daily is bullish as well. Yeah, I've just seen when you don't have a bottom wick, they will come for that bottom wick. 4 hour time frame. I'm almost done, Chad. Weekly pivot up here. All right. Weekly R1 is up here. Whoop. Okay, we got it. Weekly S1 down here. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. NASDAQ, yeah, dude, it's nowhere. Not going to do anything with NAS while it's there. Okay, big one, gold. Okay. Chad, gold is bullish on the week. I just want to spend a little bit of time on gold, and I think Keegan as well will spend some time. But gold on the weekly for me is still in a range. Unfortunately, gold is still in this big weekly range. All of this is this range. At some stage, this range is going to break out and it's going to be a massive move. Is it going to be during the election? Is it going to be after the election? Is it going to be before the US election? I don't know, but it's in a range. I'm just using the most recent price action, and this is showing me that we held the bottom end of the range. So where are we going next? We're going to the upper end of the range, most definitely. Weekly breakout, weekly continuation, daily time frame. Okay, screen there, we're back. Daily time frame, we spoke about it last week. I'm not going to spend so much time on it again, but there's that zone we spoke about at one stage that's going to become liquidity. When? I don't know when. It became liquidity last week. This is the majority of your weekly range is going to be between these two price levels. All right. So we can have a very, very deep pullback to come and retest 2360 to then come all the way back here. Or this could be the pullback done and we start pushing up to 2415. But I'm bullish on the weekly. I'm bullish on the daily as well. It just depends on how deep do we pull back. Alright, there's a little intermediate zone here. We can't ignore this little zone here. Just look left. see a cluster around this level. So going into the zone 23.76 is going to be important for me and for us to monitor. Weekly pivot is down here as well. Interesting. I would love for them to drive it one way before CPI and we take it the other way. If not, we'll take the continuation as well. So let's bring that up. Okay. 5 minutes. Let's see. What now?
You literally moved that previous weekly low and it just jumped right back.
Yes, it did. Asia high, Asia low. Okay, starting to look somewhat weak. I'm going to say if we reject Asia lows, we are going a little bit lower. Otherwise, if we come back inside the Asia range, we are going bullish. However, that 80 is looking relatively rough. Let me just do this quickly. Stream list. Give me 1 second, chat. I just want to see the grids. Okay. Okay, chat. Very simple for me. 2380. That is the zone that we're going to monitor for potential sell continuations. And then for the buys, 2385. Very, very simple. I'm going to say stay out of this $5 range here. This could be relatively spicy. And yeah, these are my two zones. That is my analysis. Let me just get Keegs on here. Keegs, I just want to adjust your camera.
No, perfect, brother.
I was fighting you on Friday with the new layout, so I just want to get Keegan's stream layout correct. The way it should be. Let's see that. That looks relatively good. Is there 2 chat boxes here?
I've only seen one.
Okay, there is 2. No, on the edit screen. Okay, there we go. Okay, Keegs, just pull your price tab a little bit left. I don't know why. If you can pull it. Oh, wait. Let me do this. Keep it the way it was, because now it's gonna chalk out the other one. So I'm just gonna edit. Chad, give me 1 second. Yeah, we did a rebrand, believe it or not. Okay. Give me
You
1
open the
second.
markets up.
Hmm?
No, you did.
Alright, Keeks, there you go.
Alright. Okay, guys, so let's obviously start off with DXY. One thing obviously I mentioned with the guys on last night's prep call was I am obviously bearish on DXY. You can't try and fight this one anymore. Obviously, there were certain things that came out in the fundamentals last week, which was kind of the clear giveaway for me that, yeah, dollar is basically done for right now. It's going to be a very tough time for dollar to fight back. But obviously, you want to talk about this monthly pivot. We always say we trade to a pivot to trade away from it. And this thing went through the pivot and just carried right on. So we always talk about a zone. You hear me say it time and time again. We want to first see that pullback, have that retest, and then continue lower. What obviously validates that pullback is the fact on Friday we are still sitting with no top wick on this candle. So that automatically becomes a nice target for us. So 2 things are going to happen. Either DXY is going to fight back, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, and go for that top wick before either we can continue bearish or DXY even surprising us and actually going bullish again. But we are going to see that Monday, Tuesday kind of momentum come through. When we look at the 4 hour, we obviously have this first level over here we're going to want to watch and pay attention to. So again, that's kind of the first roadblock, that first level of resistance we're going to need to see the dollar get through. Obviously gapping up this morning, already starting to show some momentum for the dollar, coming about, holding Asia lows, also the previous daily low, and then turning around almost immediately, taking out our Asia highs basically, and also holding that EQ level and the daily pivot. So if we can stay above these, very, very good chance we are going to see that DXY momentum to the top side, back to go retest that monthly pivot, even your 200s, things like that we're talking about. But if we start failing around this level, that could be just a little pullback, and we obviously going right back down for the lows. So very, very simple for us. I am bearish, but we want to just see what's going to happen for the DXY around these levels. Over to the indices, I must say as well, I am bullish with NASDAQ. But the thing is, when even you look on a weekly, this was a massive, massive weekly candle. So obviously taking out some highs, obviously at all-time highs. We do always want to see that little bit of a pullback, considering it being basically the bottom wick being formed. So similar to DXY on the Friday, we literally have no bottom wick. So we want to take notes of that. Again, does become a nice target for us. But on the 4 hour, what I'd even look for is if we don't even go do that bottom wick, we could at least have a pullback to, we say, the EQ, which is, as you guys know, 50% of the candle, to at least create that movement, to have that pullback, and then the pulse back to the top side. So very, very simple one there. The fact DXY, very nice tight range over here, holding these lows. This definitely becomes a target right off the bat for us here to take out these lows that are holding throughout the day. So for myself, looking at Asia highs becoming a bit of a tight one there. If we can break the Asia lows, very, very simple, I'll look for that sell-off. First target obviously being that EQ for that 50% retracement, and then bullish after that. US 30, again, looking very, very strong. Same thing though, we spoke about having that potential pullback, obviously a gap down on US 30, but we do still have these lows over here which have been holding as support. So I wouldn't be surprised, even with this, we have this weekly pivot over here. We could trade back down to the weekly pivot, hold that level, and trade back up again. Obviously, we have those 4 hour lows over here as well, so we just want to take note of that one. But very, very simple, just above this weekly pivot, you can see we've got Asia lows. We've also got the EQ holding very, very strong. So if you're a Project G member, you would have spotted this one straight away. Trading bullish over here, holding our Asia lows. Good chance, obviously, your Asia highs untested. So whether it's even my manual Asia highs tested or with the indicators taken out for me, they both are untested. So you can have those as a nice target to go bullish and break through after that. Obviously, if we do break back underneath Asia lows, then I think it's a good possibility we could be targeting that weekly pivot for the retest to go bullish again after that. So again, still pretty much bullish, but again, knowing it is a Monday, you still got the true daily cycle range that we want to go through, so allowing that little retracement on a Monday, Tuesday. Then lastly, with gold I'm also definitely bullish on, but the same thing with NASDAQ, we talk about those pullbacks. So again, weekly pivot quite low, but daily pivot and the monthly R1. So I'm not too focused on the weekly P1, the fact that we are also above a monthly R1. Because two things are going to happen. We either need to hold this level, so I don't mind us testing this weekly pivot. If by the end of this 4 hour we can close back above the monthly pivot, then very, very simple, I'm going to go bullish. But if we start getting something like this now, we have seen on the 30-minute a breakaway to the daily pivot. As I say, we always want to see that retest. So we want that retest of that breakaway zone to either see, do we continue bearish or do we flip and go bullish again? Then when we start looking on the 15, also becoming very nice and clear for us. Asia highs set, untested Asia lows, came for the retest, breaking right through, and as you say, literally holding that level. So for me now, very, very simple with gold. We want to look literally, if we can get back above the R1, hold above the R1, look for the buys. If we either go further down, we're going to be looking for the EQ, the support level, probably even the weekly pivot, where again, anything under this level, this 2370 level, the sells possibly can be on. As you mentioned, DXY could be going for that top wick, meaning there is going to be quite a lot of dollar momentum this Monday, possibly Tuesday. So that's why I say if we break under 2370, I'll look for the sells, but anything above this low, I'm always going to have my eyes open for the buys today. So that's pretty much everything from my side.
Alrighty, Chad. We are here, new week. Go and check. I'm going to show you how JSE Hang Seng Index. Yeah, I'm going to start. I want to actually start taking those from tomorrow, Chad. Look at Hang Seng down 1.3. Look at the JSE. It is something that we have been talking about. Yeah, for the last couple of weeks. So let's see. Alrighty, chat. I just want to check something here on my side. How's everyone? I'm going to get through the chat now. I forgot to put Nightbot on and it just came in and blitzed you guys with a lot of links. Do apologize for that. supposed to be a little bit more systematic than that. Alrighty. Okay, Chad. New week, new opportunities. Last week, difficult week to the tail end. Starting off the week great, ended off not too great. Had a very good call on the weekend with the Project G members. That was awesome. Project G members, let me know. I enjoyed it. A lot of times it is difficult talking to yourself during a call, so you don't really know, are the guys enjoying it, are the guys finding value? And then at one stage you need to stop and say, hey, is everyone still alive? Is everyone still awake? And then if they say no, then obviously there's not value. So it's just still on. Yeah, I'm going to go over to my screen. Sorry, I'm just sorting out a lot of stuff here on my side. Alrighty. Thanks so much. No, let's just get another coffee. Let me just. I'm going to send you the POP, Kate. And then just ask Ricardo to bring that invoice. Send him my invoice details that ones we always use. They need to,
Yo, Chad, but I've got a little surprise here for you guys this afternoon. I already told Chris a little bit about it on Saturday. Your boy is going to be trading on the 1 minute time frame in the New York session. So still got some new tricks I can teach you guys, so stay tuned for that one. New York session is going to be good today. I'm actually very excited because we are going to be forward testing something live on the markets with you guys. I'm not going to explain how it works, but we are going to be forward testing it live on the markets with you guys.
So sometimes it's not bad to be a 1 minute man.
Sometimes it's not, bro. Sometimes it's not. If it's going to stick to the data I've been collecting on it,
hey,
bro, I can be a 1 minute man. I can do it then. I've been told before I'm a 1 minute guy sometimes, but
bro, sometimes all you need is a minute. That's
it, bro.
The thing.
1 minute of glory.
Sometimes in life, it's 1 minute is more than enough to do what you need to do.
So going to be interesting. Looking forward to it. Literally, guys, I feel like a little kid. I must say,
but you already back tested it. That's why you've got an idea of what you want.
I back tested it quite a bit, and it's something I was just saying to I'll tell you what I was saying to the Project G guys. It's just basically kind of gone full circle. For those that don't obviously know, US30 was like my roots. Like that is what I literally started. I took my first trade on was US30. And that's where I actually became a little bit, if you want to say, profitable. And now it's kind of like, in the past I had little things I had fun with, like the grabber kicks and that. But now it's a case of actually building a full-on strategy with everything I've learned over the years and apply it now. And the results so far are speaking for themselves. So now it's time to have some fun and see what I can do.
Chad, there you go, my boy. Keegan Darius.
The Keegan from 4 months ago would be shocked. A 1 minute is a long time. A win is a win. If you're not winning, you're losing.
Chad, we're gonna see. I'm excited. Keegan messaged me on, was it Friday or Saturday?
I
think it was Saturday.
I messaged you on Saturday because I stayed up doing it on Friday, doing all the back testing.
Oh, yeah, it was Saturday morning. It was Saturday morning. Keegan said, I remember it.
Guys, literally.
And he was very excited. He was like...
Bro, even look at it. There's still all the data collection I was doing. There's all the trades. Like, I was going for this, bro.
Alright, I'm also excited. Chad, give me 1 second. I just want to...
I was going to show you something, bro. If you
I just need to...
just look at my screen, you should already have an idea where this is going to go. Okay. Yeah.
With the EQ,
I'm still gonna. That's the whole part of forward testing. But at the moment, literally not part of the EQ. So
It's just okay. No, I like it. It already makes a lot of sense.
And it's the thing is, guys, so funny enough, just like we had chat about this, so funny enough, where it came to this is, like, I got home last night on Friday, and I was like, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Just like, again, I think as traders, we obsess over this stuff. And obviously, Shaq and myself laughing about how we started the week off, and where both of us finished the week off. And I was like, as traders, you still need to learn how to better yourselves. Like, you need to identify problems and be able to fix it. And I went through, like, as a lot of guys know, I literally have a playbook, which has got all my moves. It's got anything that stands out significant I've learned over all the years. It's in that book somewhere. And I was just going through my indices stuff and saying, like, listen, this is what I started with. Again, go back to my roots. And I basically started going through a lot of traders talks. So a few of the books I've read. Still other ones I need to read. And the one thing that stood out to me was, guys always talk about things need to become mechanical. They have to become mechanical.
Yeah, to take out the emotion.
And when I started doing this, I was watching a lot of podcasts. I wouldn't say podcasts, interviews with these other traders. And I mean, these are traders who had, for example, prop firms. All these guys, we've always said, if you have a 100K account, like, listen, just get 4% and, like, wait for payouts. But these oaks aim for 60% in a month on a payout. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, the risk that you put it on the line, yeah, like, well, just take your payout. And then I sat there where every single one of these guys that did it, they just said, listen, it's mechanical. He says, I've proved to myself, like, this works. And it's a case of, it doesn't matter if I'm up. They even said, like, they've got same thing. They've actually got rules when they up, how they actually start risking more, because now they've got the wiggle room. But it doesn't change anything from when they start to when they get to pay out. It's mechanical. So every day they take a trade, and it's irrelevant how they feel. It's irrelevant of even the news. It's irrelevant of everything, and they are purely trading price action with these mechanical options. So I was like, shit, I need to find a way I can implement this. Like I said, have a candle, for example, that's going to tell me if I'm buying or selling. Have a rule. The minute this price or zone is broken, that's when I'm going to enter. Have a fixed stop, have a fixed TP, and you stick it out. And yeah, the numbers were starting to get crazy. And then I still got to the point, I was actually telling Farbs about it a bit, like the average numbers, what this thing was doing. And then if I started doing what these guys talk about, we actually spoke about it. A lot of them, what they do when they up is the martingale. And that's how they implement the same martingale into it when they up. So for example, they up in 2 weeks, they say they up 14%. Then they martingale the same strategy. And then by the end of the 3rd, 4th week, that's how they get to this 40-50% up in a month. And I was just like, damn, bro, like.
Who was this now?
So.
Is it EG?
No.
Is it not EG? Okay.
Bro, these extra low-key. I went and searched them afterwards, like on social media.
We'll chat
and
after,
none of these guys are big on social media. None of them.
Okay.
They've all been interviewed by big places, but they're not big on social media.
Okay,
And I
let's
was
have a
like,
chat afterwards.
and a lot of the thing again, the first guy that really got me thinking about it, he did something similar, but he did it on a different pair. And then I was like, hold on. What he's doing now, it works, but you're not going to get a trade as often. So my first thing that I thought of was, if you want to trade more often, choose a pair that's more volatile. And then that's when I was like, let's take it over to indices. And when I started testing on US30, I was like, damn, this works. This works. And funny enough, bro, you know what was crazy for me was, I literally messaged you that, thanks so much. I messaged you that Saturday telling you about it. Did you see that Saturday night, Shaq puts a thing up that he's also now created a new strategy? I was like, yeah, it's game on, bro.
I thought you two were in
Hey.
cahoots because he was like definitely gatekeeping this. And I thought like, okay, so either Keegan and Shaq is...
I think we both, as I said, had the same thing. After we were chatting on Friday, we were just like again, as I say, guys, if you really want to become good in this industry, you've got to obsess over this stuff. And I think me and Shaq were just in the same mindset. As much as you go home, you're not going to stop thinking about it. And I think that's where we both just started diving into it.
Alrighty, chat. Gold starting to make a move here. Oh yeah, sorry guys. Hang Seng closed down 1.23%. So what would the expectation be for the JSE? And what I'm going to do is as well, I'm going to forward test it with some real money starting from tomorrow. And yeah, I'm not going to promote the broker. I'm actually having a meeting today with Vault Markets to potentially get the JSE on for us, the all share index. Then yeah, that could be exciting, having the all share on there. Then we can actually trade it with Vault Markets. But the idea is very simple, Chad. We've spoken about this how many times. The Hang Seng causing the direction for the JSE. Obviously, a lot of the companies in South Africa have some of their bigger holding companies in China. So obviously, if the holding company is struggling, the actual the tiered company in SA is also going to struggle. So the idea is to be in and out. You catch that initial move, even maybe that first 5-minute candle. What was that? That was, let me just tell you now. That was almost 200 points on the index. So if you go, let's say for instance, 10 Rand a point, that is basically 20k. So I'm not saying you're going 10 Rand per point. No, what cuck am I talking? Oh yeah, it is 20k. There's 10 Rand contracts, there's 5 Rand, and I think there's 2 Rand. But either way, you catch that initial move. It is purely based off the direction of what Hang Seng is doing. And you can say, Chris, but why the Hang Seng, this, that? I've shown you guys. You can go and test it yourself. If you go to the compare symbol here, it does not want me to. Okay.
Yeah, FOBs at US30 was beautiful, bro. Beautiful. I think you would have been in like 8 pips drawdown.
HSI 1 exclamation. I don't know why it's not.
Hey, Carl, don't worry,
there we
bro.
go.
We're going to let my boy finish here. And then we're going to talk rugby and F1. Woo!
Look at that, chat. So the orange one is the Hang Seng. So what can you see here? For the most part, let me just put off the pivots real quick. Is it the pivots? Yeah, let's just put the pivots off real quick. These are 2 different markets, believe it or not. These are 2 completely different markets. And yeah, there you can see it. So the one is telling us the future of the other, and that's the way we're going to trade it. Please, if you from another group, please don't try and go and sell this now. Oh, all share index strategy, 5k. No, please. At least give it away for free. If you're going to steal it and you're going to do something with it, please just give it away for free. But yeah, very simple. There's no tricks involved. It is literally we following what the Hang Seng does. So if the Hang Seng, for instance, like we saw this morning, Hang Seng closing down minus 1.3%. Very likely the JSE is also going to close down. Not exactly the same, but it's giving us a direction to trade into. And look at that, straight from the open. All right, but back to Keegs for our sporting update of the week.
All right, guys. I think we'll start off with the Booker. Again, awesome to see the guys win. Personally, I will say when you look at it afterwards, emotions are high when you're watching the game. I mean, a win's a win, we'll take it. But not our best performance though. We consider the bench was very shocking. But I think a lot of the big talking spot, the one guys are all talking on, is Andre Pollard missing 3 kicks in one game. 3 kicks in one game, bro. I know a guy's human, but I mean, the man's given us some type of expectations. Yeah.
But don't you think it's the ball? Because the reason I say that you see the way the trajectory of the ball. I don't know. You've obviously played some games as well where you come to the field and you feel some balls feel light. I don't know if you remember years ago, like the ball just feels way too light. It doesn't have weight to it. And then you get other balls where it literally feels like you break your foot when you kick it. So
I could be, because I mean, you saw a lot of guys who are good kickers, and even I'm talking just playing the game. So your guys, your back three, the returning kicks, box kicks, these are a lot of balls coming off like the side of the boot and stuff like this. So it could be. Personally, for myself though, I must say I wouldn't say the referee was the best, but the TMO was good. The TMO pulled us back for a lot of things. The thing with Low, that ball was 100% released. The try being pulled back, because I said from the start, anyone that was watching with us, I was saying to the guys, like, listen, there can't be a try. He's collapsed and he's blocking our cleaners.
Yeah, I saw that.
But the fact the TMO pulled us back for it, very good. Funny enough, not a starting 8. Quacker has a work rate of a demon, bro. But not I think that for me probably was the worst performance I've ever seen from Quacker.
You know what? I actually think they shut Quacker down. Quacker, here's the thing about Quacker, he's not a big unit. You can't play him in a tight formation, so you can't be playing a Blue Bulls type style game with Quacker. Quacker is a 7th player. You need to play expansive game with him, and we didn't play that.
But I think also what Stian said there, Quacker really is an impact player.
Yeah.
Like that energy he can bring, and bringing it on in a second half when guys are tired. I think that's his key thing.
That is the only reason a lot of times he'll do well, is because everyone else is tired, and by the time he comes on, he's still fresh. So the bigger guys, the heavier units, he can run on their arms, he can run into the gaps. But I do agree, Jasper is a lot more solid on the base there for me.
Yeah. But I must also say, I mean, Arceus Sneeman almost killing someone. Don't know exactly what happened there.
Is he alright though?
Yeah, he's okay. Is he okay? Yeah, man just
tackled
him and he was out, bro. But also, I think a big moment for a lot of controversy and where guys were talking about it. Sia Khaleesi's performance, bro. That man was a tank on the day. Yes. What was it? Hemshaw, bro. He sat that man down.
Chad might have missed this, but very weird candle. Don't think I would have taken it. No top wick or no bottom wick. Weirdest. That is weird. No top wick.
Lucas O'Kelly, bro. Are you from Ireland? Like, serious?
Who's that? Lucas
O'Kelly.
It sounds O'Kelly. He's a Irish.
But also, I mean, Dear Lindy, brilliant game.
Sorry, now that you talk about Erge almost killing somebody, then last night on Twitter, I saw the charge of CJ Stunner on Pat Lambie that ended Pat Lambie's career.
Was still such a dirty play, bro.
When I saw that again last night, and that was the end of Pat Lambie. I think his eye, he lost some vision in his eye. I know his radial got broken here. His radial and anyways, that.
And then over to other sides of it, I think the next game, the second one, going to definitely be a big one. The one thing is, Lucas, again, no hate on you, bro, but again, I know the social media side of it, and obviously a lot of guys do it because they like edging the people, because you're going to bring more people to your channel, so you actually, it helps you grow. But the way they do it, as I say, whether it's for marketing, especially all these Irish like influencers on Instagram, TikTok, they know how to piss off the South Africans, eh? But
are they pissed off?
no, bro, it's just the amount of excuses they came out with, and this and that. And as I said, it was a good game. It got messy at the end, very, very messy. But
Okay, but to be honest, all of the tries from Ireland were from broken play. It wasn't from a set piece. So
I will say the try they scored with that, who was it? It was a lock or someone, or the flanker behind the pass to low over the head.
That was
into that. That was a good try. That was
but
bloody
still,
good.
again, that's from a turnover, broken
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
Again, so it's not like they were putting up 9-10 phases. So their phase play wasn't good. Their capitalization on broken play was phenomenal.
Preneel could see. I can't see what people see in De Lindy's play. Lol, bro. Please tell me you trolling right now. Please tell me you trolling, bro.
Dear Lindy is. Here's the thing about Dear Lindy, and I still think a lot of our players they don't play well around him. Dear Lindy is the South African version of a Sonny Bill Williams, just a lot stronger. Sonny Bill wasn't even as strong. Sonny Bill just had the ability to collect 2 or 3 players and then offload. Sonny Bill didn't even have the power that Dear Lindy has, and I think for a lot of times, Dear Lindy, let me put it to you this way: once Rassie actually, and maybe that is what he's telling the guys, tells the guys to play around Dear Lindy and tell him, listen here, you can pass. And I feel the frustration. There's been a lot of times where I even shouted at the guy and I'm like, bro, why don't you just pass? There's a gap. You already have 3-4 guys, just get the offload. But then on the other hand, Rassie could say, listen here, any pass that's maybe a 50-50 you hold onto it, because Rassie again is a stats guy. Maybe the stats has showed Rassie that the 50-50 passes, they look good on play, but in terms of progressional play, it does not do well. So again, Rassie is dude, he's a
Dear Lindy will go down as one of the best centers we've had in South Africa, bro. He's a beast. And that, to be fair, that's come from World Rugby. The All Blacks, all of them have all mentioned Dear Lindy right up there as best centre in the
CF
world.
to Priya, can you please explain a 10% loss after passing phase 1 and phase 2 on prop firms? CF to Priya, if you fund it, the loss rule applies still. You cannot lose more than 5% per day. You cannot lose 10% overall. So the loss rule all the way from phase 1, phase 2 to funded is exactly the same. So I hope that helps.
Bro, Steinsberg, bro. Okay, hold on. There's a few you could have compared with, but comparing that Jean de Jong, bro, that man's got nothing on Dear Lindy, bro. Nothing.
Yeah, exactly, Stian. So it's obviously to create the mismatch. So
That is
we always
what they have to do.
Yeah, we always talked about it as 6s and 7s. Back to my semi-professional rugby career, that was the aim of the game, was to create a mismatch where you've got, say, 6 players in the back line, and there's maybe 4 defending players. So that's all you need to do. That's how simple rugby is. How do you create the mismatch on the fence?
But it's Steinsberg, same thing. Compare their prime. Go stats. Go look at teams they played for. Go look at clubs they've done. Go look at trophies they've won. Jean de Jong's got nothing on Dear Lindy, bro.
Bonang, please, finance will get in contact with you. They are just going to check your KYC. Once it is approved, will the funds be out? Here's the thing, guys. When it comes to rugby, it is a case of a lot of people are going to have opinions. A lot of people are going to say this player is not good, that player is not good. If you look at it, rugby is still a team sport. It is not an individual sport. So if you're going to start comparing individuals, I'm going to have to say that if an individual plays to the detriment of the team, then obviously there is some things that you need to look at. But overall, if a team is doing well collectively, then you don't have to fix what is not broken.
Yeah, 100%. But let's talk about the F1, bro. Before we even talk about the winners and stuff like that, for the first time, bro, in how long, that was such a great race.
Bro.
From start till the end, the caliber of driving from the McLarens and the Mercedes in the rain when they were still on slicks.
I think, you know what? I think that was Lando's race to lose, if I'm honest. He was in the latter stages. He was the quicker driver. And also the reason I say that, him and Hamilton were matched, but he had the advantage.
Well,
Brand new medium tires. And I know why they went soft, because I don't know if you heard his team engineer asking him. He said Hamilton is going on the soft, so do you want to cover Hamilton off for that initial pace? Or do you want to cover off Max? And then they went for the soft, which I feel if they went for the medium,
it would have been a better race.
Yeah.
The thing for me is...
But I'm glad Hamilton won.
Personally, I think if you went mediums, it would have been a much, much closer race to the end between the three of them. The reason I say that is we saw it with the softs. The minute he got out there, Lando pushed those first 5-6 laps. And that's where he absolutely killed those tires in the beginning. Where, yes, he was reeling Hamilton in, but Hamilton was bringing those tires in to get him to the end. So just that thing of experience, I think if he went with the mediums, he would have maybe burnt them out a little bit quicker still. But he would have had a much better chance to at least defend against Max. And then also to bring
but
the
how
fight
good
to...
was that McLaren in the wet, bro?
No, bro. In the wet, though.
They made Russell and Hamilton look like amateurs.
But no, that
Yo,
thing
dude,
was
in
mad
the
in the
wet.
wet. They still went off a few times as well.
No,
But,
they went
but
off.
when they were racing, like, it literally was as if Hamilton was trying to park and I think he was coming past.
Brundle actually made a good comment there. He said he wonders whether the McLaren suspension
is a lot softer.
we can actually feel when the car starts drifting. So you've got a little bit more confidence where maybe the Merc is a little bit more rigid. Chad. I'm looking at potential shorts here on gold. And the reason I'm looking at these shorts is Mo obvious. Okay, no, I don't think Mo shorted yet this morning. Chad, okay. Quick one, yeah. 80 is relatively bearish. We talked about the dollar. Only thing is, I was expecting a little bit more from the dollar, but still early. My only thing though is we haven't traded here in many weeks, so I don't even have anything to go back to here on the left hand side. Oh, I do actually. What nonsense am I talking? So the level we at now, this 2380, look at it. So we have in the last couple of months and weeks, we haven't actually held above that level. So every time we've broken below it, there's quite a bit of movement to the downside. Let's just check it here. Okay, there again, quite a bit of movement. Still 3 minutes left for that candle closure. Only thing why I don't wanna rush the position. Order flow is definitely bearish. We cannot even deny that. You can clearly see creating lower lows, lower highs. Only thing for me is we didn't really test Asia lows. You can see there. I don't consider that a wick. I'm looking at the body. We also haven't tested the EMA, okay, and then also we haven't had a a break below and a test against that level that held and then broke down. So I'm not going to rush this position. For instance, see here, this was on Friday. There we had the break below. Look at that. But then look at the retest. The retest failed and then it actually became support again. So I'm going to have to, at least as a minimum, and just purely due to the fact it is Monday, we want to start the week off on a strong note. I want to see an actual retest there that actually fails and then a structure break. If this thing just dies from here, I'm more than happy to miss out on it. I'm not going to rush it. We've got that key level all the way down here. We can even take some shorts from here, but this for me, a little bit in, wouldn't even say no man's land, but yeah, the week only started. We don't have a lot on deck today, except that sentiment confidence index. So we are riding somewhat on last week's momentum. While we're actually on that, I just want to check the Fed rate, Fed futures. Let's quickly check the Fed futures here. Okay. Obviously, July 31st. That is a no-brainer. The market's not expecting anything there. Everyone's looking to September. Look at this massive jump from the previous week. 56.2. That was the expectation for a cut. It jumped to 71.5. At one stage, this was at 73 on Friday when I was watching it. So keep an eye on that. So yeah, then November still. So markets currently pricing in 2 rate cuts, 47.1%. So 0.5, and yeah. So markets still expecting. Okay, there's that candle closure. I'm not going to take it, Chad. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm not going to rush it. If I can get a clear indication that 2380 is holding as a rejection and then a break, then I'm happy, because the reason is we've got a daily low, we've got a weekly low to target, and we've got a key level at 2376. Let me actually copy that for us to keep an eye on here as well. So, and then also I want to see the dollar at least starting to fight back. It's not getting above this level, so no. Gigs, anything you're looking at now in the session, in the short term here?
Just want to see what gold term do.
Where's your also there? Yeah. Battery guy, what's up? Jacobus Frick, what is the best way to get hold of you guys? To get on Vault and Vault Funder. Open accounts on both. Funded the Vault, would like to talk to someone. Is there like a team would like to visit? Jacobus, you can chat to us right here like you are chatting now. You can go to Cape Town. I can give you the address. Port Elizabeth, we are still busy with the renovation of the office. So it's either Cape Town, either Port Elizabeth. But yeah, everything you want to know is right here. You can ask us a question here. You can also join the Discord. There's a Discord group where you can also chat to us. And yeah, anything else you want to know, there's a lot of information that we put out. So technically, all of your questions should be answered. Jacobus, Phase 2 passed, officially funded. Austin, well done, my brother. Thanks, Chris and Keegs, for all you do for us. It's a pleasure, my brother. Give yourself also some credit. You are the one putting in the work. Missed my buy on DAX, broken, retested. Alright, DAX. Shish, DAX is a beast. Good morning, guys. Question: what chart do you guys use for NAS? As I was using Pepperstone and this morning out of nowhere dropped over 1,000 points, but not on other charts. I use Owanda. I think Keegan as well. I use Owanda.
Yeah, also Owanda.
Yeah, I use Owanda. I think it's better. Yeah, chat, we're just gonna wait here for... Is there vacancies for me? Not at this stage. Not at this stage. US30 did me dirty this morning. I think I know where it did you dirty. I don't think you would have been stopped though. I break even. I think Fubs took a break even, eh? Yeah, Fubs, you got the break even. No, wanted to retest. Okay. Yeah, chat. Forex Insights SA, beautiful. I just saw it now drop as well. Ed.
Hey, the lot size video.
Yes, yes. Beautiful. Chat, there you go. Go and give. If you want to know how to calculate lot sizes, please don't ask me again. Ask Ed. And Ed will drop that for you guys. How to calculate your lot sizes. Is Volt going to fix the broker manipulation? Taking stop loss, but market never going to the price. This has happened 4 times already. I have contacted support. Kevin, the only time that can ever happen is if you're trading during high volatility news and if you are trading during the rollover period. It's nothing to do with Volt. It is all to do with the rollover spread. It is all to do with high volume news. So you almost probably the only one. There is a brother on here that made almost 30% and you didn't hear him complain once. So my question is, Kevin, if there is validity in it, the team will obviously look into it, but that's the only time things like that will happen. Okay. Pablo King, first trade of the week. Can I ask what payout method do you guys use? There's crypto, there is bank transfer. Wanted to retest, didn't get my entry. 50 pips on US30 done for the day. Kalen, stunning. Asia lows holding beautifully. As mentioned, Chad, I'm expecting that push up. If we can hold here, beautiful, beautiful hold on the daily EQ, daily pivot, and there she blows. Nasdaq seems like it wants to go as well. Dollar not giving anything here, so interesting. Is gold actually going to reverse from these lows?
So I'm looking for the gold bars.
Yeah. It seems the dollar is not going to fight back yet, Chad. Just looking at Nasdaq. Let's just go here. US30. Yeah, Nasdaq I don't like, Chad. The only reason I don't like it, it's not close to a daily pivot. It's not close to EQ. This is nowhere. US30 was close to a lot of key points. So if you wanted to take that, this made a lot of sense. But other than that, yeah, no, Kevin, listen here, Kev. I'm not saying that things like that can't happen. Please understand me when I say that. All I'm saying is then it's the odd outside where it's happened to you. If you're saying it's happened to you 4 times, there's so many traders, and it's not like there's obviously something for price to get to your stop loss in the first place. Every single time you need to ask yourself the question is, why am I so close to stop loss every time? That's the first thing that you need to ask. So was it a case of you were in profit, then you got slipped by a stop loss, then but the thing is, if price is always at your stop loss, if your issue is always your stop loss getting hit or something like that, then a lot of times it is a bad trader now trying to negate or trying to find ways to say, oh, I got slipped by 1 pip or 2 pips. Try and reverse that so that your stops don't get hit.
Okay, Kevin, I just spoke to support. They emailed you on Friday. They're waiting for you. They told you they can assist, but you need to send the trade IDs so they can track everything. You haven't answered them and you haven't sent it to them. So they can't help you if you're not going to work with them.
Okay, there you go. But Chad, just on another note, if your stops are constantly, if it's always here's my thing. If your question is always stop loss related, then obviously there's something in your strategy, all right? And I'm not being funny here. Then obviously, if the chat is always about stop loss, when do we start chatting about TPs? Okay. Good morning, 2Gs. Good morning, chat. I hope everyone is doing good. Can you look at GU? I can, my brother. I can look at GU for you.
Kevin, just once you send to them, they can assist you, my brother.
But we will assist, Kev. Don't think.
I just say I just thought
if there's
off the bat,
validity,
we have it. Yeah, I just say it's not that they're not going to answer. So it was just that was my first thing was let's just find out what the situation is.
we've got a very good support team.
Yeah, there we go. Now, as I said, they just need those documents from you, then they can assist you, brother.
Okay, let's quickly do an analysis here for my brother on GU. All right, GU on the weekly. We can clearly see now, we actually spoke about it last week, this 200 EMA on the weekly, big level, massive level. The last time we tried to break above this was on the 4th of March, breaking above, failing to hold above though. That's the issue here. But now look at this, previously a lot of rejection off this level and now closing above it. So is this now the time for the pound to say, listen here, I'm ready to take my stance. I'm ready to trade away from this level. Something maybe like this. But even then...
What? Sorry, just before I was thinking of that, the pound elections was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, I don't know. Somebody said House one or... I don't know. I don't understand British politics. It's like House of Commons, the lower house, the top house. I don't know. But here's the thing. So... we closed above, so I'm not saying we are going to reject lower again, but this 200 has been a struggle. Price has been fighting to get above this level and to actually hold above this level. So purely going on what price is doing in the short term, we've had a nice break above it, and I would honestly love a retest of that 200. Just purely as a little chef's kiss to say, listen here, we've tested it, we've held it, and then to flip, okay? So on the week, I will be bullish, all right? So already the thinking is we would actually like a pullback. Daily time frame is sticky. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm very sticky on the daily because I actually talked about it last week. 4 consecutive bullish daily candle closures. I would actually love, and also look at this massive daily zone. If you look on the daily, big zone. So what I would love is, to be honest, I would actually love some type of consolidation here for a day or two, actually create some type of resistance, and then have a daily candle break above it, just to give the guys some chance to take some profit, reload. But on a daily, we also cannot deny that this is bullish. It closed above that level. So I'm going to say, if you're looking for buys, we need to hold above 12800. Beautiful round number. That is as good as it gets. A big psychological number. So daily is bullish. All right. And then going on the lower time frame, Asia lows have been taken. Didn't really test that 12800, but we did gap down this morning, held it. And let me just see where the weekly pivots are. Oh, okay. It is an interesting week for the pound. Interesting week. There you go. All right, so I'm going to say this is that key level on the weekly. If we can hold this level, I do think we can go to Asia highs, which is supposed to be there. But it is looking bullish, brother. Definitely. Definitely. It's just your angle of attack. Where are you going to get in? Hope that helps. Hope that helps. Okay, gold. Gold retesting that 2 minutes. Let's see if we get a break here. Again, I'm not. Oh, Chad. 80 is bearish. But look at this. This is 2 minutes. Let me peek quick. Maybe we get a TP. Let me peek quick. I'm gonna throw on Keegan's screen. I'll see you guys
the
now.
magic is gonna bring the TPs, guys. That is the secret sauce right there. Yeah, SharePoint. It is flipping cold here in South Africa at the moment. Yeah, it is ass cold, yeah. Joburg is worse. Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, Joburg, Cape Town. It's snowy and it's crazy. Have you played First Ascendant yet, brother? No, I haven't played that, bro. Yeah, US City was beautiful, bro. For anyone if that took it, I mean, you technically could have been even there. Your 30 pip, as always, 1 to 2. Yeah, it would have been beautiful this morning. And simply, if it carries on, you're just aiming for the R1. So, it can be a massive, massive trade. Played out beautifully there today, guys. I took that trade, Keegs. Ayy. Beautiful, beautiful. What's it about, bro? Is it on all platforms? Is it first gen, new gen? Is it PC? What are we talking here? What are we talking there? I'll maybe check it out. New gen, free to play. Okay, cool. I'll check it out.
Ooh, okay. Flip. There's broke. Okay, didn't even give me a chance. Yeah, but I'm not gonna take it. Yeah, no. US 30. Get JSE. We just need that 80 to go bullish, Gigs.
Yeah.
We just need that. But then also considering, yeah, that was on a pullback. Yeah, Chad, no. I'm not going to short it. I'll wait. I'm honest, I'll wait. The way that it stays stepping here, you're going to fight for your 20 or 30 pips.
I might long it, yeah, bro.
Right there off the pivot, EQ.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it was still on your screen. Yeah, sorry, what I was referring to is the way it stays stepping. And this is what I call stay stepping. You see how it breaks and every little break gets retested. It's almost like a zigzag. So that's why I said I'll rather wait to see what we do here And also the 80, I would love for the 80 to go bullish, but also considering the 80 only started crowning now a little bit. So yeah, let's see. I'm not going to rush it. I think Keeks also has an idea here. Keeks, your...
I was gonna see what this 5 minute gonna close like that. I'm gonna take a shot at it.
Pivot, eh? Pivot, yeah.
The pivot.
Bro, now it feels warm in this office.
Bro, I was thinking of it earlier. I was like, that's why I still checked. I was like, if you had the heater on.
I thought you had these on, but I think it's actually the sun baking these blinds, and they become like an element. Dale Denton, US 30 TP smacked. Beautiful, bro. Don't you're done for the day. Call it. If you smacked the TP on a Monday, call it.
So, guys, Project G. If you were on the prep call last night, even on the boot camp on Saturday, what we spoke about, literally we spoke about this, and now you guys should know what to be looking for. Yeah, why are we looking for it?
The first descendant. Okay. Joburg is worse. Hey guys, why are you wearing knitted sweaters and hats? Is it winter time in South Africa? It is winter time. It is cold, yeah. It wasn't okay. It was cold. I think it was when I left this morning. It was like 7 degrees. I don't know where you're from, but I think across the world, 7 degrees is relatively. It's relatively brisky. Going in for a buy on GBPUDS. Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, it is definitely looking bullish. It's just your angle of attack. If I'm honest, trade with UK or with Ukraine. I think your advantage. This was your trade, yeah. That's why if you join that link that Nightbot shared, our entry criteria, this was your trade, yeah. That was that break. There's that weekly level that we spoke about. Took Asia lows, Asia highs untested, and now Asia highs would have been your advantage point to target. Now, still you could still get an entry. What is the pippage on this? Pippage is okay. No, it's only 6-7 pips. So now you need to hold this level. This was Friday's high, and if you can hold above here, very likely you could run away. And also Asia highs. Otherwise, again that bottom wick on the weekly still there, but dollar just collapsing here. But over to Keeks for his potential position.
We're just waiting for that 50-minute shuffle, guys. Well, not 50-minute shuffle, 50-minute closure.
It was -4 in my area this morning. Okay, that is -4 is something. That is, I've emailed support with the trading journal and screenshot. If one of you could look at the email or just a screenshot and explain, I would truly appreciate it. Kevin, we'll check after the stream and we will give you feedback. Took the buy on GU with the entry criteria now. Just all. Kevin, quick question, man, while we've got you on here. What instrument is it that you were trading? What instrument? Took the buy to you with the entry criteria now, just holding and waiting. Hey, button 19 took it. Okay.
Button 19.
Button 19. Yeah, just some tips on the trade management is if we keep bumping our head against this level, this zone here, then just be careful. It could be a choppy day, but I think once you get above here, this block here, I think you're gone. This thing is gonna run. Otherwise, this is going to be the high of the day. So just be very careful. It is Monday. -4 Euro GBP. Okay, Euro GBP. Weird pair. I'll just check. The reason why I asked that is even if you go on a prop firm, for instance, like FTMO, a lot of the lower volume pairs, for instance, like a Euro GBP, there's not a lot of volume on it. The spread you see, let me just actually show you guys quickly here. The spread you see here, and let me explain it to you guys. The spread you see here is the spread that's coming directly from the liquidity provider that's giving you your price feed. And in a lot of cases, the spread you see here is the raw spread. Okay. There are instances where there is a markup on certain instruments. And what do I say by a markup? Because I know what Kevin referring to, saying price was not there. So this you will see directly from the price feed. But then if there's a markup on the pair of 1 pip or 2 pips, even if that bid price didn't hit your stop loss, let's say for instance, similar to what
this is exactly what happened to you last week with
FTMO, there's a markup on gold. So my buy stop is, let's say for instance, your stop loss is there, for instance, and if price gets, say, close to it, let's say a pip away from it, stops you out, because you're looking at the raw spread. You're not looking at the actual markup, if there is a markup. Exactly what happened to me with gold last week with FTMO. I had a buy stop here, this buy stop. My buy stop was somewhere higher, and I still... There you can see, let me just go in here. Let's zoom in here for you, just to show you. There you can see that candle, that is the top of the candle. There, that's the top of the candle.
Okay, guys, I'm just saying I've entered
Longs.
gold there.
Okay, I'm going to throw it over. But Kevin, look here. So I got executed there. Price was never there. Price only got to that level there. I got full there. There's a markup there, all right? So that's why I'm saying, if you're seeing something happen like that, move your stops an additional 2 or 3 pips. That's what I'm doing now with FTMO, because there is markup. They're not giving you the raw feed. Okay, over to Keegs. I think I missed now, thinking back, Jeremy posted something as well. Jeremy. I think Jeremy posted something. Jeremy did post something that I missed Jeremy's comment. Go, tree fell over with the rain. Gotta go. Oh, we'll be back this afternoon. Looking forward to pull in to the new office. Yeah, Jeremy, Keegs. So
yeah.
Jeremy said he's happy to travel. We must chat today, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I said to the guys last night we were going to confirm all that stuff about it.
Yeah, so Jeremy. Yeah, it's just the thing. Jeremy's got some... So I don't want to say health issues. Let's just say some obstacles with his health, and that's why he was the winner of the giveaway. And I just wanted to make sure. I don't want to put him in a public place. And yeah, let me not give too much away on somebody's personal life. All right, look at GBPUSD, the brothers that are in. Beautiful closure there. If this thing can now get a nice bullish candle closure above 12820, I think you guys are good. Keegan taking that first short ball 2 minutes into the game. He basically came from the wing. He stood there next to the prop and he pushed the prop back and he said, let me run with the ball. And the prop is like, all right. And Keegan just bashes in there. Looks like a hurricane came through there.
Are you ready to go here today, Chad?
No, Kev will look into it, but I just want people to understand, because I was exactly there many, many years ago, and I didn't understand these things. And you think the broker is trying to shaft you, but it's just purely stuff like that we don't necessarily understand. So what I'll do myself is, Kevin, after the stream, I will go and work through the support emails with them, and I'll check, and if it's something I'll get a report back from the technical team as well. And if it is something that we need to tighten on our side, if there was, say, for instance, a technical error or technical glitch, by all means, we need to sort you out. If it's not, then I'll chat to you. But don't think we're not going to look at it, or you're falling on deaf ears. The support team is really, and I can say that personally because the support team is really on it. And I think all of you, this is now the time to say, if support wasn't great, because I screenshot this and I have a meeting with the support team. But for me, from what I've seen, the support has been phenomenal. The only thing we don't have yet is 24-hour support. That's obviously now the next step. So if you emailed like at 12 o'clock at night, unfortunately, you'll most probably only get a reply 8 o'clock in the morning. But still, I would say there's a 12-hour turnaround.
Ben, I wouldn't say I trade double bottoms. That's just there. So purely what I'd be looking for here is, on the 15th, we traded into a zone. First thing I'm going to look for was we had the nice bullish engulfing candle really coming right back up there, showing us momentum. Price wants to come in. The second thing is, obviously, we hit a zone, allowing chart price to come back down to that level of where we saw volume come in. But again, coming down nice and slowly. So obviously, you're engulfing. Now it took 3 candles to come back to this level of price. And now for us to hold this was basically your closure. Obviously, we took it at 5 early, but purely because I could see DXY melting off. I'm thinking gold is obviously going to catch up. Obviously, the 15 did close bullish, which is our confirmation. Then you would have entered. As you can see, we still would have been at the exact same entry point. And now for us, obviously, to go up, taking out these highs and continue back to Asia range. So that is literally the thought process behind this trade, especially keeping in mind that we are bullish. What we said to you guys was very, very specific of the case that we can have a bearish pullback. And again, obviously the daily pivot looking to hold there, because I said to you, big thing with the 4 hour is we want this 4 hour to close back above the monthly R1. So in a nutshell, that is the thought process behind it.
NAS US 30. Oh yeah, chat. Project G members, on Wednesday, I'm taking you guys, we're going to go through the stock sheet for Q3. Alright. So I'm basically going to do all my prep. What I'll also do is I'll share, let me actually share that video now if you want to do your list and we can actually compare it. We're actually working on an idea as well, to once a month, where for the Project G members, you will share a stock pick, and the winner at each month will think about it. So if you want to start looking into investing into stocks and start expanding your knowledge on that, be sure to check out Project G. And then also, there's two videos, Chad. I'm going to share video 1 with you. That is the video where I first give you the outline how to shortlist your stocks. Okay, so I'm just going to say video 1. This is now if you want to start getting into stock investing. This is not stock trading. Video 1. And then we've got video 2, which is after you've created your shortlist, then you start looking into where can I potentially buy the stock. All right. And we do this every quarter. So this will be the first time ever where I share this with a close group of people. Previously, it was just within my network, very small network of very rich people that have a lot more money than me. And I am the guy saying this is what I'm looking at. I'm not pulling the trigger for them. It is just information share. They pull the trigger, I say what I'm looking at, and they say if they like it or not. So yeah, Bonang, the thing is, weekend support at this stage is also not necessarily a thing, because for somebody to sit over a weekend, yeah, it's if it's so crucial, it might as well just roll over to a Monday. Obviously, Monday to Friday when everyone's trading, that is when things need to be on point.
Yeah, guys, this 5 closes, yeah, technically taking out that low, I'll already kill this trade.
Benty Paz, you can very easily go and check it for yourself. Go and take US oil. Sorry, Kiggs, I'm just going to flip to my screen.
I'm out, guys. I closed it. It closed under those lows. Obviously not holding that level, so I'm out of that.
Okay, Chad, quick one here. Just going over to Ben T. Paz. Do me a favor. I'm just going to reduce the size of this a little bit. So let's quickly get oil on here. Let's get oil. Are you talking Western Texas or crude? Let's just go US oil. So you're asking. So here's the thing, Benty Paz. I actually did a. Yeah, let me share that as well quickly. On Instagram, I did some. I don't think I did well, but that's maybe something I'll make a note of. Correlations. Let me do a video on correlations. That is an idea. Like if you're listening, let's make a note tomorrow to shoot that correlations. But you were asking about oil and DXY, okay? So we've got oil on here. If you go to the plus sign here, there's the plus sign. And you go to DXY, go a new price scale. Then you can actually overlay the two. So let's just put off the pivots. Okay, let's go to a 4-hour. Okay, I've shown you where to compare it, so let me just bring this back in line here. And there you can see the dollar and oil is very correlated. Very correlated is not a scientific phrase. Let me just say there is a positive correlation between the dollar, and you don't have to ask anyone. You can actually test this yourself. There you can see it. There have been times where the correlation broke down a little bit, but for the most part, they are correlated. All right. So just looking at the dollar coming down, it would seem that oil would need to catch up at one stage with the dollar. See, I've never used that. Okay, now you can use it. There's a first time for everything. And now you're gonna sound very intelligent at a braai. When you talk about chat, there's that key level on gold. Still nothing from me. It has been stepping down. It can go lower, but the thing, yeah, chat, it is Monday. I'm not gonna. What is GBP? Okay, so for those guys, remember what I said. Key level here. So just be very careful for GU here. This was the candle that needed to drive. This candle there, that is the one that needed to drive. But let's see what gold does here. Thanks, Chris. It's crude. Don't worry, bro. I'm still finding out new stuff to this day on TradingView. Yeah, TradingView, incredible. Incredible. Taha Alali. Thank you for that subscription, my brother. Yeah, chat, we're just going to wait here. 24-hour stream, the 18th, chat. Get ready. Also kicking off the Ultimate Trader on Monday. So last week, we're actually shooting stuff last week to get registered. While we're on that, let me actually check the registrations. Keegan and Shaq taking the lead last week. Putting me to shame here. I came out too strong early in the week, and I should have maybe kept quiet. That is sometimes. I was just about, 24-hour stream is coming up, chat. Let's just see. Ooh, me and Keegan, neck and neck. Shaq is me and Keegan literally tied. Shaq is 5% ahead of us, Keeg. So I don't know. We're gonna need to.
We'll catch up to.
I'm gonna push this week. So yeah, Shaq is still leading the front there. Yeah, 24-hour stream will be happening. I'm actually having a meeting today with Vault Markets as well to see that everything that gets donated on stream, if they can match it, and we will withdraw that, and we want to give that away to a charity. We'll still see. I'm thinking because it's winter, unfortunately we cannot help everyone around South Africa, but maybe we split it between Port Elizabeth and Cape Town, and we do somewhat of a winter drive. I'll the only thing is people don't really go out to an office to throw in a blanket. I've even seen it when you do those boxes for a winter drive, like clothes, blankets. So yeah, we're gonna do a giveaway every hour. There's gonna be a giveaway for Vault Funder. Any donations during that 24-hour stream, hopefully Vault Markets can match that. So if it's 10,000 Rand, then Vault will match the 10K, and we can give it away, buy blankets, and go into these areas where there's a need and give it to people on the street. Because believe it or not, us sitting in a car and you getting cold, and there was somebody that slept on the floor the other day when I came to the office. Geeks, 4th Avenue. Yeah, 4th Avenue. Next to the road, there's maybe 4 or 5 people sleeping next to the road. And I was thinking, flip, life is not fair, and it breaks your heart seeing that.
Yeah.
But then also it's a case of, if we can do something, why not do something? So Chris, is everyone going to be in the office that day? Slushy, I already had to pull some arms here this morning. I already had to say, okay, we because I hear it's Mandela Day. So Keegan said something about 67 lots for Mandela Day, trading 67 lots in one day. I don't know. Was it micro lots, Keegs, or was it
Bro, we don't do things small, yeah.
lots?
No macro lots, yeah, bro. We're not about those macro profits.
I agree with you, sir. We are other people's answered prayer. 100%, my brother, that at the end of the day, as the Bible says, it's better to give than to receive. And once you become a parent, you understand that. And once you've given, not out of reluctance, somebody saying, oh, you must give. There's just a good feeling of giving. It is honestly, it just feeds your soul to give. And I'm not saying to give to post on social media. No, like nobody needs to know. If you're standing at Spa and you are, and I'm not saying you should give if you yourself are in need. I'm not saying that, because then you create another poverty situation where now you need help. So I'm not saying that. But if you are in the position and you standing at Spa or whatever, and there's an older lady or somebody and you can see, and just very quietly, don't make it loud, just say, listen here, can I pay for your groceries? And if they say no, whatever, just say, I really feel urged to bless you, can I pay for it? Don't make it this loud, and don't try and how can I say, not expose, hoe kan ek sê, jy wil nie die persoon verneder nie. What is verneder in English, Chad? Like, you don't want to, you still want to place honor on the person. So that's why you do it quietly. You don't actually, nobody should even see that you're paying for it. So just quickly, like, just say, listen, swipe the card, don't make a fuss and go about your business. Some people will make it weird now. Let me pay for it. And it's like, bro, no, don't be that guy. Quiet. I don't even like talking about this one day, but I saw a older lady, and it started off with my heart being wrong. For the guys that know Sunridge, it's a very busy little center in PE. And I'm waiting to I can only withdraw money. I think I had to go and pay somebody with cash or whatever. And this older lady, she's got like this little SASA card that they get from government. So you can see she's struggling, and she's putting it in, and at one stage I almost lose it. And I'm looking across, I'm that guy, I'm in a rush, I'm looking over her shoulder. And then after a while, she's like, oh no, it seems like somebody has stole my money. And I said, sorry, can I help? And I looked and I said, no, nobody stole your money. There's not money in there. And me starting off with almost wanting to run over the lady just to get my money and go. I said, how much did you want to withdraw? So she said, no, I wanted to withdraw 2.5. And right there, the spirit said, Chris, withdraw it. And I said, listen here, phone the bank, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to withdraw 2.5K for you. And then you can go about your business. And I did it, and I moved on. And it was a case of me initially, I was impatient, and then right there, the spirit said, bless this lady. 2.5K. Didn't run around there. Hey, everybody, see this old lady here? I withdrew money for her. No. Nobody never even knew. I said, listen, there's your 2K. And I went about my business. You're a good man, Chris. You make us proud to support this channel. No, man, I'm not a good man. I'm a man that needs grace every single day. Had a long phone call with Andy Steele Smith yesterday, the gangster pastor, and a big shout out to Andy. I I don't really have mentors, and I actually asked Andy to be somewhat of a spiritual mentor to me. Andy Smith is the guy that he does the ministry work in the gang areas. So also a very good businessman, but he's the guy that I think you would have seen on Wide Awake podcast that does for the last 27 years. He's been going into the gang areas doing ministry work. Absolute legend of a man. So yeah, Andy, we spoke about this yesterday, and he said, Chris, here's the thing, we were talking about business, and he said to me, if you want to go and check him out. It's weird how God works. I was watching one evening just randomly, and this came on my channel, Wide Awake Podcast. And I was like, who is this crazy white guy driving in these gang areas? Like, does he want to die? And I thought, let me reach out to this person, because we've been talking about what it looks like. What do we think not the modern Jesus, but if Jesus was on the earth today, where would he be? Would he be between the smoke machines and the... I must actually get this guy on as well. He does a lot of good work. Let me just go here, Chad. I just want to show you the specific video I watched. Flip, it is a while back. Give me a second. I'm going to find it now. Keegs, here's what's her name as well, eh? Jared.
Oh.
Yeah, Jared, also somebody, you'll see Jared when he does outreaches at schools. He actually has the 2G's cap on. Met with him in Cape Town as well. Solid guy. Give me 1 second, Chad. I just want to get Andy. Why will I not? Is it 3 years already? No, man, impossible. But anyways, I'll find it. So I saw this white guy in and between the gangs. And Andy said, Chris, you know what? We were talking about business, and then he was talking about in business not being unequally yoked. He said always in a business deal, it should never, marriage and business, same thing. There's a Bible verse on being unequally yoked. And he said there's a reason why himself and gangsters understand one another, because they both understand, both of them, broken people, ready to fall through the cracks. They don't bullshit one another. It is straight talk. And it's not a case of him, even though he's done very well in business and all of his endeavors, that's not the case for him. He's like, listen, my brother, it's purely by God's grace that I'm here. Nothing to do. I can feel like I'm this out of this world person, but everything that I've got here is just by the favor and the grace of God. It is not by my own doing. So now that we actually get on that topic, so me and him, we're actually planning something. It's not a business endeavor. It is let's say almost, I don't want to give away too much, but a mentorship in terms of business and bringing older thinking and newer thinking together. It's not paid, chat, so let me just put that out there already. It is a mentorship for young men and women that haven't had the guidance, because I told him in my business journey, I never had a mentor. I never had somebody that could give me business advice. You had to learn business on your own. You had to make those mistakes on your own. And yeah. No, he's an absolute legend. He is an absolute legend. Heart of gold. September is back in South Africa. We're gonna shoot some content together now in the next 2 weeks, myself and Andy. But yeah, I've got a lot of respect for him, and I don't just say that for by the way. The dude is a legend. Alrighty, Chad. There's GBPUSD for those guys. Currently back above. Is that liquidation run? Gold, as I mentioned, the 80. That's the only thing that kept me away from these potential buys. I would have never shorted this, Chad, to be honest. And if I shorted it, I think I would have been stopped out at break even. Because as soon as we would have hit this level, I would have, let's say I took it here. So just to show you guys, there's no miss. Let's say I took it here on the break of that candle. Let's quickly discuss this. Break of that candle, we had the retest, and session lows, weekly lows, right as soon as we tapped that level, I go break even. And look what happened there. Came all the way back. So best case scenario would have been a break even if I took the shorts there. I wasn't really leaning towards the shorts, purely due to the fact that the dollar is still showing a lot of weakness. And then secondly, weekly lows, what's going to drive this? So there's that key level that we've broken down now. I'm not going to try and get involved here. I am definitely not going to try and get involved here. I think a very good, very, very good trade management from Keegan. Very solid trade management. As soon as that candle...
that was just that thing's going down.
Yeah, that's very... and a lot of times we struggle to do this. But Keegan gave it the chance. The idea was there. Daily pivot. And as soon as Keegan saw it, didn't drive away from the pivot on that candle close. Beautiful close. So I think you halved your potential loss, eh, Keeks?
Yeah. Just about half, yeah.
Very, very good close. Still waiting here. We are going to wait. We're going to see what we get here. FU candle, boys. Okay, Gaston. Alright. That sounds like code for... why is my coffee cold? Till where can gold go? Rux, here's the thing for me on gold on the daily, as I mentioned. This is the one level that needs to hold. Gold can come all the way down here and still be bullish. Gold can come all the way down here and still be bullish. That's why I'm saying when we started this session, how deep do we pull back? That's why I said this will be the majority of your weekly range. This right here will be the majority of your weekly range. And 10 to 1 Thursday, we're going to get a breakout above either. Otherwise, I think we're going to be stuck between these two levels, if I'm very honest. So yeah, that's where gold can go. It is Monday. Keep that in mind. It is Monday. We talked about it on Friday. Everyone's going to start assessing the data that came out on Friday. Everybody's going to start making moves now. I took the sell, took 20 pips. Beautiful, King. Yeah, I think if you were patient and you literally gave it some room, and maybe let's say you took the shorts here. I'm always thinking about... if I entered the trade, just to try and simulate the scenario so that it sits in the back of your mind. Let's say you had a 25 pip stop, and then once you hit the session low to say, okay, listen here, I know it can create a support to then be broken down. Let me just reduce my stop to just above that structure high, because the structure is relatively clean here. We can see the order flow beautifully here. Lower low, lower high, so that the order flows there, and you can say, listen, yeah, I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to give it a little bit of room to breathe. and you already basically almost halved your risk as well if you took the short. It seems that GBPUSD, it's messy. Nasdaq still grinding, US 30 on the highs. 15-minute and 30-minute no week on gold. Good observation there, Luan. Let's have a look here. 15, you're right. No top wick. Okay. Interesting that we're also going for that 200. See that 200 on the 15? So in the past, that 15, or just in general, the 200 EMA, I think that is like in coding, when you code any type of algorithm, I think they start you off with the 200. It's like, okay, everything you do, just have the 200 as your base. That's where you start. 200.
You can never go wrong with just the 200.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you new year, okay, develop an algorithm, but where do I start? The 200. You'll figure it out. See you in 2 months. Either you figure it out or you're fired. All right? You'll figure it out. Good one, champ. See you later.
I was like, leave you to fight for yourself there.
200. Okay. You take the 200, you come and you go. Luan, it could. That's why I'm saying I'm not sold. I'll even wait for this to come all the way down, this entire session, and wait for potential NYSE reversal, but not gonna. It's already down 18. Oh no. This week I really want to put on a very good performance, a trading performance. That sounds terrible. Chris, how do you put on a trading performance? No, in terms of my own performance. I want to, at the end of the week, say, like, I followed my plan to the T. I'm very happy with the way I traded. And if I can do that, win or lose, then trading becomes easy. Because you didn't do anything out of your plan, and everything was according to your plan. I think me and Keegan last week broke one or two of our own, and it happens. We've discussed it, and
that's why for me, like, I'm gonna be strict here. Obviously, I'm literally forward testing that new strategy, so took that bullet, didn't go away. Now I'm sitting back, like, my other bullets for that strategy for New York session.
Chad, one thing I want to discuss quickly here. And somebody was asking this about prop firms over the weekend, and he said he couldn't listen in. Maybe he could. Maybe we can clip this for him. But in terms of risk management for prop firms, and myself and Keegan have been preaching it, you want to, when you are on a losing streak, you want to reduce your risk. So you never want to go, let's say your equity curve looks something like this, and you start losing. You never want to have an equity curve that just goes like this. Let's say, because there are going to be periods of losing. In essence, you want to start halving your risk so that your equity curve actually starts looking like this. Let me just show you quickly. You want to start reducing your risk so that even though you're losing, at one stage you're going to flatten out. So this delta here, let's call it delta L. We don't want a delta L, but just from good risk management, you've been able to survive that little losing streak. And you've still given yourself some percentage to work with, and you don't just write the prop firm account off. So for me, for instance, I had... technically, I should have still been up, but I only started the prop firm account a little bit later in the week. But even for me now, I'm going to slightly reduce my risk now because I'm down 1.8% last week. I ended the week down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reduce my risk. And I could have my risk reduced the entire week just to come back now where I was risking anywhere between 0.8 to 1, let's say 0.7 to 1.1%. Now I'm going to go like max risk 0.75. So my risk is going to be between 0.75% to, let's say, 0.5%. And again, even if I have a horrific week and I lose all my trades this week, maximum that I could be down is 2.5%, considering that I don't win one trade. And then still I have bullets left for the challenge and still not out of it. So again, it's just that case of don't now, after you've taken 1 or 2 losses, just be like, oh well, I'm just going to full port this, see where it goes. That's the wrong attitude. Balance needs to grab liquidity. Drawdown is a part of the game. 100% Eddie. But I think some guys lose their mind on the drawdown. They basically throw out all the rules.
Yeah.
You're almost like that naughty kid playing Monopoly, and you just flip the board. It's like, I'm anyway going to lose. Let me just flip it. And you're never going to build a strong mindset in trading if that is every single time you're thinking. So, because somebody on the weekend chatted about it, and I asked him, and he said, like, he literally tells me what's wrong. And I said, but why haven't you changed it? On Instagram, I think it was Sunday. I said, you've literally already did the critical analysis. Now it's just a case of changing it. Gaston, can I ask you a favor, my brother? If you can just give us the abbreviations of that. If you can just tell us what the FU is that the fair upper limit, and the ATTFU is the attack to the former fair unit. I don't know. If you can just let us know, then all of us can have a chat around it. I've never heard of the FU. I've never heard of the ATTFU. I've heard of Diesen. I've heard of D's, but I've never heard of that. I don't know if you're setting us up here. If you're setting us up, now's the time to close us. Who was that brother that set me up with the D's? There was also something market.
I can't think now.
Gaston, you gotta tell us what the abbreviations are, my brother. You can't chat like, otherwise you're chatting on your own, and we'll have to mute you. Who was that brother? It was something liquidity. His name was, I wonder if he's still in the chat. Who's that brother that almost, I actually sent him an account after that. I said, yes, bro, that was, your planning was well, you just lacked a little bit on execution. There was a time where you could have executed on me. Alright, Gaston is not going to tell us what it is. That's alright, Gaston. If you wanna gatekeep the FU and the ATTFU. But I feel like there's some troll move that's going to come out of it. I don't know. I feel like you're setting us up. Nothing good can come from. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Gaston. We appreciate it, my brother. Kian, how's it going, brother? Who's the guy who's studying it from, Gaston? Yeah, that's what I thought. The FU is like the FU candle. I think also he's taking the piss out of us. I think he's taking the piss out of us. I think he's setting us up here. Definitely setting us up. Tepo Mansi, good morning, ladies and gents. Good morning, good morning. What you guys' thoughts on Cell? Kicks, is just me or is it that paint starting to blitz through here?
Yeah.
Yo, Chad, we are gonna be
Mr. Casino.
Okay, Mr. Casino, thanks so much, brother. US 30 cells. We are gonna be high as kites in the chat. I think it's that primer that is already. I can almost smells like glue. Chris, did you catch my in other news? No, please resend it. I didn't catch it. I missed it. Keeks, did you speak about the F1? Your Keeks had a full analysis here on the F1. Keeks had a full analysis, full breakdown here. Chris, vat groot happe, dan is dit gou klaar. Jy, Nila. O ja, Neil, skies man. Jy het gevra oor hierdie flip, ou. Ek vra om verskoning. Ek en jy is soos daai couple. Daai vriend. Ons chat nie, maar ons chat ook nie. Neil was asking about this book. I actually just got it from Kumbooks. C-U-M. Kumbooks. Yeah, sorry Nila. Do you ever take any swing trades on gold? Kia, not as of yet, eh? Not as of yet. Yeah, so Nila, Kumbooks. It's not a bad one. I wanted something that some of the other devotional books are. I was actually going to sit and spend some time there and look for a decent one, because a lot of the devotionals are, I almost want to say, subject specific. There's one like for business, there's one for fathers, there's one for people. What's that? Oh, I see we're gonna get higher today, so I hope we've got a lot of grandpas, because our heads are gonna. I'm already feeling a little. Did you open it? Alright, Bevan Ghost coming here with in other news. In other news, Florida man charged for attempting to cross Atlantic in giant hamster wheels. Sources suggest he was trying to avenge penguin involved in Ukraine incident. Hey Bev, you're almost worse than me, dude. Eastern Cape cold as quad 5+1 today. Yeah, it is cold. Yo, my eyes, bro. I think we might need to end the stream shortly. Chad, these two videos for the Project G members, a shortlist for Q3 going out on Wednesday to all the Project G members. And also what we're going to do is we're actually going to go through that list. So Keegan, I asked Keegan last week for one of the sessions to do that. So Wednesday. Geeks, do you want to, but we also have CPI on Thursday. Do you think I must roll it over to the next week maybe? Because obviously CPI is a big one.
Yeah.
Or what I could even do is maybe do a extra session in the week for the guys. So we do CPI on Thursday. Chris, these are real news events. I take screenshots for proof. Okay. Yeah, yes, Chad, I've got a headache now of note.
So I think honestly, bro, we could.
Yo,
I'm not gonna
bro.
trade now.
No. So I'm just gonna quickly go through
Should
some.
we go for a
Yo.
coffee somewhere? We have a team meeting.
Chad, sorry man, there's I don't know if you know paint primer. So Chief is alright. I don't know if we must call Chief in here. The man is alright. I said Chief, no seizures here this morning, my brother. We gotta keep it clean and lean here this morning. No, he's good. He's back. He wanted to come back last week, Thursday already. I said, bro, rest well. Like, don't rush it. Glad to hear Chief is doing all right. Jana is all right. I think we're just going to need to give him some panados as well because this paint smell. Chad, okay, nothing for me. I'm not going to jump into the shorts here. It is the start of the week. It is another big week. CPI. Yeah, take it easy. It's Monday. No need to rush it. We're trading 3 p.m. today as always. 24-hour stream to look out for next week. A lot of beautiful things planned. Also the start of the Ultimate Trader next week. There's a lot that's going to happen still in Q3. Let's make it a good one. Let's make it a good week. Keep your mindset sharp. Make sure that you plan this week very well. Go sit down. Go write down the wins. We actually started doing it this week, the team here in the office. Actually writing down what are the wins that you want to accomplish by Friday. And we actually write it down, and everybody around the table says what their wins are for the week that they want to accomplish. Wins in terms of stuff you want to get done. And then on Friday, we have a quick blitz through again. So just mentally, you putting it down on paper, getting it done. There's that sense of accomplishment, and you start building on it. Your mind becomes process driven where you can get stuff done. But Chad, yeah, who's going to be the ultimate trader? Ed, that is the big question. That is the big question. Keeks, any closing remarks here for the Chad? Let's just go screen here.
No, I think, yeah, just as I say, manage your risk, manage your trade. It's Monday, still very, very early days. But we're going to be back in New York session. As long as you've got a plan, you should be alright. Don't just start half-assing things. But yeah, literally first day of the week, big week. We got CPR, so we locked and loaded for this one.
Chad, peace and love, baby. We will see you guys 3 p.m. today as we get stuck in. Take it easy for the rest of the day. Don't get yourselves into trouble. And peace and love, baby. See you guys a little bit later. Cheers, cheers.
Run and hide, you change your mind. I'm up all night, you got my blessing. Can't decide what's wrong or right. Hold on tight is all I'm asking. Time ain't easy on us. We will never know where we'll end up. I will follow where you go. Would you stay when you're forbidden? Feeling like it's you who's been chosen. Only you can feed up your memories. Read it in the lines of the broken. Chasing your